Welcome in everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at what I think are the top 5 best indie games shown at the Summerfest Day 1. There is an extra game that I've thrown at the end that is a personal favourite of mine that's a not so indie kind of title, but it's one that I definitely wanted to add to this video because, well, it looked amazing. So alright, we're going to get straight into this. First game on the list is Midnight Fight Express, developed by Jacob Dwinell. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. A solo developer from Poland. This game is an isometric beat-em-up that has you playing as a former member of the criminal underworld that's been convinced to return to a life of crime by a mysterious drone that claims they have until sunrise to stop a citywide criminal takeover. You'll be using whatever weapon you can get your hands on to beat up anyone that gets in between you and saving the city. The game offers a broad range of cosmetic options for both you and the drone, claiming to have over 150 clothing items. There are 41 levels for you to hack, slash, punch, or shoot your way through with replayability in the form of challenges and leaderboards. Midnight Fight Express is out on all major platforms, including Xbox Game Pass, on the 23rd of August, 2022. Witchfire showed us more of what it has to offer at the Summerfest, but they still haven't given us a huge amount of information on the game. It is slated as a dark fantasy first-person shooter. On the Epic Store, it is described as a roguelite for those who hate roguelites. You'll be playing through as a prayer, a sinner-turned-immortal witch hunter. You'll be using an arsenal of magical abilities and conjured weapons to mow through your enemies in an attempt to turn the tide of the war against the witches. The game sets you on a mission to retrieve an artifact that can help your efforts in the war. In order to do this, you need to track down the infamous Witch of the Black Sea and destroy the Phantom Army protecting her. From what we can see of the gameplay, this action looks fast-paced, and the combination of abilities and weapons looks to be a lot of fun. There has been some contention in this game as to whether it's a looter shooter, but from the gameplay that has been seen, I think we can comfortably say that while it has some aspects of a looter shooter, this game isn't defined by it. All in all, this is a game that I am pretty excited to get my hands on. American Arcadia is, and everyone's been thinking it, Truman the video game. And honestly, I love it. Such a cool concept to work on, and it looks like it's going to be a ton of fun to play. Being developed by Out of the Blue, American Arcadia has you playing as 2 characters. First one is someone on the inside of American Arcadia, a city built solely for the entertainment of the people, where everyone inside lives a generally comfortable life. That is, unless your ratings drop. If that happens, you'll be running for your life. When you play as this character, you'll be in a 2.5D environment where you'll be challenged with puzzles, platforming, and stealth mechanics. On the other side, you'll be playing as someone in a 3D world, attempting to help the protagonist escape, with hacking, exploration, as well as stealth systems as its main focus. The release date of American Arcadia is still to be announced, but when it does, I can't wait to jump into this 1970s styled city and break out like a true Truman. Highwater puts you smack bang into the middle of a climate catastrophe. The artwork looks absolutely stunning as the trailer reveals the story of an apocalyptic world that has seen the polar ice caps melt and drown civilization as we know it. It's a turn-based strategy game that has you scavenging for supplies like food and weapons while also solving puzzles. You'll have to fight off enemies, but you'll also get to make new friends as you strive to survive in this ruined world. The developer Demagogue were also behind the game Golf Club Wasteland, which was also a game about a civilization that had collapsed where you tee off in ruins. Seems like they're keeping the same collapsed civilization theme going with Highwater, and I think it might work out really well for them. Not a lot is currently known about Highwater, but it looks to be a game that's worth keeping an eye on as it continues in development. Choo Charles' new trailer looked incredible on Summerfest Day of the Devs. It is an open-world horror game that has you traversing about on a train. You'll need to upgrade your train to survive against your enemy being none other than Choo Charles. The game has you exploring for supplies and preparing yourself for the ultimate showdown, a 1v1 fight to the death with Charles. You'll need to loot abandoned areas and take on quests from the locals to get stronger weapons and scraps to upgrade your own train. You can upgrade your train's speed, armor, and damage with the items you earn, loot, and scavenge. I think the creepiest part for me is the idea of leaving my train, knowing that the creepy-ass train Charles is going to come out of nowhere. But not only do you have to worry about the psycho train mowing you down, but you also have to worry about the gun-toting cultists that are determined to feed you to him. I can only imagine that this is Thomas the Tank Engine's biggest nightmare, and heck, after playing this, it might be mine too. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge is a game that I am incredibly excited for. As a kid, I grew up with these 4 turtles as my heroes. I've seen every movie 100 times and played near all the games. Heck, I even watched the TV show with Venus in it. Anyway, Shredder's Revenge is an arcade-style beat-em-up with the capability for 6-person co-op for local and online co-op. It feels like a lifetime since we've had a game I could play with 6 of my friends that wasn't an MMO. The new gameplay trailer revealed at the Summerfest shows us some awesome combat skills from Casey, which I can't wait to try out for myself. It has an old school sliding graphic style that looks absolutely amazing. The story mode has you taking on some iconic enemies like Shredder, Krang, and the Foot Clan. As you progress, you'll be trading in points for extra combat moves and more health, while also finding side quests and collectibles. You can also play on arcade mode that offers limited lives for an extra challenge. This is a game that I will be personally checking out for sure. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge will be out on June 16th. So with that wraps up what I think were the top 5 best indie games shown at Summerfest Day 1. There are a lot of other indie games that I was really excited to see, but I didn't have time to cover them all. If there's a specific one that you think I should cover, make sure to let me know in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the Gaming Syndicate for more gaming news. Thank you guys for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.